Man experimented on himself as a human test subject, but a fly accidentally flew into the chamber with him. As the container sealed shut, the machine began operating. In the next second, he stepped out from another device. The teleportation experiment was clearly a success, but the fly that went in with him had disappeared. After this experiment, Jeff felt his body had been dramatically enhanced. The once weak man could now effortlessly perform giant swings, punch through solid iron pillars, and even developed fly perception, allowing him to catch a flying fly even in his sleep. But strange changes began to occur. He, who had never liked sweets before, suddenly started consuming large amounts of sugar. Hard black hair began growing all over his body. When his girlfriend tried to trim it, Jeff became extremely aggressive and threw her out of the house at the slightest irritation. After calming down, he noticed black hair growing on his face as well. When he tried to shave it off, it tore his skin, but the hair didn't break. His fingernails began to fall off, and his fingers could secrete a sticky, stringy fluid. Yet he felt no pain at all. Realizing something was wrong, he quickly checked the teleportation logs, only to discover that alongside him, a massive fly had entered the chamber. In other words, he had fused with the fly. One day, Gina came to visit him. By now, Jeff had mastered the ability to climb walls like a fly. She still thought the changes were fascinating and asked him to let her record everything. But his terrifying experiment actually started with a pair of black stockings. One day, Jeff invited his girlfriend to his lab and asked her to take off her black stockings. He casually picked them up without even smelling them and placed them into the teleportation chamber. In the next moment, the stockings were transmitted to another device. Gina was amazed and thought the research could win him a Nobel Prize, but Jeff was unimpressed. For him, teleporting inanimate objects was basic. What he wanted was to teleport living beings. So one day, he brought Gina back to the lab to conduct an experiment on a great ape. At first, everything went smoothly, but when they checked the other end, the ape had turned into a pile of flesh. The live teleportation experiment had failed. While he was puzzled, he suddenly thought of genetic recombination. He immediately placed a piece of steak into the chamber. After it was transmitted and taken out, he cooked it and fed it to his girlfriend, but it tasted like chewing wax. That's when Jeff realized the problem. He then modified the program and placed the ape in again. This time, the experiment actually succeeded. Seeing the lively ape, Jeff felt his ambition grow. Convinced he would go down in history, he decided, under the influence of alcohol, to use himself as the next test subject, completely unaware that a fly had also entered the chamber. That led to the events at the beginning. After fusing with the fly, his desires became even stronger. Having already driven away his girlfriend, he went to a bar to unwind. To impress a woman there, he arm wrestled a muscular man, and with one sudden burst of strength, snapped the man's arm in half. He then successfully took the woman home. Meanwhile, his girlfriend discovered a shocking secret.